everyone, welcome back to another edition of Ask the ND. I'm Dr. Jeremy Wolf. I always find it kind of amusing when I'm walking through the local grocery store and see signs for gluten-free apples, peanuts, and other foods that are naturally gluten-free. With all the buzz surrounding the word gluten, it's become more of a diet fad and marketing tool versus an actual health topic. In today's society, almost everyone has heard the term gluten, but doesn't necessarily know what it is. In this episode of Ask the ND, I'm going to break down what gluten is, why you might consider avoiding it, and tips on how to go gluten-free. Gluten is the general name for the proteins found in grains like wheats, farro, kamut, spelt, barley, and rye. Other gluten-containing grains include bulgur, durum, and einkorn. Oats, which are naturally gluten-free, oftentimes are processed in plants with gluten-containing grains and may become cross-contaminated. Some less common foods that contain wheat or gluten that you must consider for removal include some binders and fillers, certain types of alcohol, couscous, orzo, seasonings, salad dressings, soup bases, processed deli meats, soy sauce, and hydrolyzed vegetable protein. During digestion, our body actually breaks down the two main groups of protein of gluten into smaller units. If you're a person with celiac disease or a wheat allergy, your immune system actually reacts to those proteins in the intestinal mucosa. This reaction can cause damage to the lining of the intestines, which can make it difficult to absorb nutrients and can lead to a variety of health problems. Besides celiac disease and a wheat allergy, there are certain individuals who experience symptoms when eating gluten-containing products. This is known as a gluten sensitivity. While there are many common gluten alternatives that you can use for baking and cooking preparations, we're going to discuss just some of the common ones. Here's the rundown. Cultivated by the Aztecs over 8,000 years ago, the amaranth grain is similar to oats. It has a rich, nutty flavor profile, is high in protein, fibers, minerals, and B vitamins. This grain can be a great thickener for sauces, soups, stews, and even jellies. Quinoa is not technically a cereal grain, but is instead called a pseudo-cereal, similar to buckwheat. Quinoa contains some of the highest quality protein compared to any other grain or cereal because it has all 9 essential amino acids. But that's not all. It also is packed with fiber, iron, magnesium, folate, and heart-healthy omega-3 fatty acids. Quinoa can be used as a thickener for soups, chilies, and stews, and is also a great side to any main course. Chia seeds are a member of the Salvia hispanica family. These seeds come in black or white, both of which are a great source of protein, fiber, minerals, vitamins, and antioxidants. They also have a high concentration of plant-based omega-3 fatty acids, alpha-linolenic acid. You can sprinkle these seeds on gluten-free cereals, yogurt, or salads, and it can also be added to smoothies or used for puddings. Sorghum is a tall-growing cereal grain similar to corn. There are over 30 species of sorghum, but only one is harvested for human consumption. It is high in protein, phosphorus, potassium, fiber, niacin, iron, and B6. It is commonly used for the production of sorghum molasses, syrup, and in the production of alcoholic beverages. But it can also be used in cereals, granola bars, snack foods, and baked products. Millet is an ancient grain from the Far East. It was first farmed nearly 10,000 years ago, and it is reserved as one of the 5 sacred crops of China. Millet is 100% a whole grain and a good source of protein, fiber, as well as vitamins and minerals. It has a mild sweet flavor and quick cooking time. It can be served alone or turned into a flour for baking. Although commonly included in the lists of grain, buckwheat is not a grain. It is a seed from a plant related to greens like rhubarb. Buckwheat is rich in trace minerals like manganese, magnesium, and copper. It is also a good source of vitamins, fiber, as well as quercetin and other bioflavonoids. Buckwheat is great when seasoned and served as a side dish, but is also great when added as a thickener to stews or soups. When shopping for your gluten-free foods, it's important to know that gluten-free foods can be labeled in a variety of ways. Gluten-free, free of gluten, without gluten, and no gluten. The FDA now enforces the labeling of these 4 variations, which means there must be an unavoidable presence of gluten, which is below 20 parts per million. Lastly, make sure to avoid products that are labeled as no gluten-containing ingredients, as companies can use this term without testing for the presence of gluten in their products. Additionally, gluten can be found in cosmetics, vitamins, and some pharmaceutical medications. So the most important thing you can do when avoiding any food is to read the entire ingredients label, look for any allergen warnings, and educate yourself about the products you are using. Thank you for watching another edition of Ask the ND. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for weekly tips to help you on your journey towards happy wellness. From all of us here at Lucky Vitamin, spread the wellness.